you'll see a decrease in suicide rates during the midst of a catastrophic event or a pandemic. But they will come back and raise up after the pandemic is over.
So the U.S. is seeing the largest decline in suicides in at least 4 decades, and that is good news.
It is. Yet statistically, suicides are down right now, but because of the pandemic, a lot of people out there are suffering from anxiety and depression. Our Kara Hay joining the conversation tonight. And Kara, if the depression goes untreated, health experts really do fear suicides will increase post-pandemic.
Exactly. I spoke to an expert today who compared it to holiday blues. You may think there's a heightened risk of suicides during the holiday season, when really many of the extreme feelings come after the celebrations end. Suicides dropped 6% in 2020, according to the Journal of the American Medical Association. That's the sharpest decline in at least 40 years. This may come as a surprise to some because studies show more people are experiencing feelings of isolation, anxiety, and depression during the pandemic. But Justin Chase says it's to be expected.
We had anticipated going into last year that the suicide rates would trend downward.
Chase, who is the CEO of the Crisis Response Network, says it's common for people to bond together during a shared catastrophic crisis.
Though we're physically isolated, individuals tend to feel more connected to an issue or a bigger tragic event.
Another reason for the decline, according to experts, the country anticipated a spike in mental health struggles, so there are more resources available for people. Chase says the Crisis Network saw 800 first-time callers a month, the majority coming from adults.
The anxiety rates we were seeing spiking 40 to 50%, and depression rates were up 20%.
But statistically, fewer people are acting on those urges, at least for now.
Once the event is over, things kind of go back to whatever normal is going to be, and then the isolation starts to come back again. That's the anticipation, is that the numbers will actually come up and if not be higher.
There are programs in the works to respond to if and when a spike in suicides occur. The Crisis Network is in the process of expanding its staff, and a new 3-digit 988 number linking people to a suicide prevention line is set to launch in 2022. Because there's no clear end to COVID, experts can't predict if a spike in delayed emotional distress will come or when it will come. So it's more important than ever to pay attention to your mental health and seek help if needed. Brandon and Yetta, back to you.
All right, Kara Hay, thank you for that report tonight. And by the way, if you or someone you know right now struggling with suicidal ideation or perhaps need somebody to talk to, the number for the Prevention Lifeline right there on your screen, 1-800-273-TALK.